Hi, welcome to our Ask DETS session. My name is Corey Norton. I am an HR consultant at Deep End Talent Strategies. Today we are going to be covering HR certifications. We'll be going through the different options of certifications, benefits, how to decide which one is the best option for you, and other details in deciding which certification to get and what to do after you figure out which one to get. All right, let's dive into the exciting world of HR certifications. All right, so first and foremost, what is an HR certification? They are a method to determine your HR knowledge and your competencies. It's a great way to expand your expertise and aid your professional growth. And one thing I do want to clarify is the difference between a professional certification and a certificate. There are many HR certificate programs out there, but that's not what we're discussing today. A certificate is basically proof that you have completed a program or course or a training in a specific field of study, showing that you've built and developed those skills. Whereas a professional certification, which we're talking about today, validates your knowledge, competencies through an assessment or an exam, showing your mastery and your expertise in that field. Both are great ways to further your education and your development, but they can be easily confused. So I wanted to clear that up. All right, next, what is the purpose of getting a certification? Why should you have one? It is different from person to person. There is not one reason to get one. There's not one perfect time to get one. It really depends on the individual, where they're at in their career, and what their professional goals are. As you will see, there are certifications for various career stages, even specific focuses. And as one's career progresses, it may make sense for them to pursue additional HR certifications, and it may not be a one and done for everybody. For me personally, I pursued mine because as an HR consultant, I consistently work with various clients, and I felt it would be beneficial to myself and our team to have this certification, showing our clients that I have the expertise and giving them the confidence in both myself and my team. And of course, it's always fun to prove that to yourself as well. Finally, discussing the organizations we're going to talk about here. There are two organizations we'll discuss. They're both highly respected. One of them is the Society for Human Resource Management, also known as SHRM, and the other is Human Resource Certification Institute, also known as HRCI. It's a mouthful, so I will be referring to them as SHRM and HRCI throughout the rest of this session. So both of them, again, are highly recognized, respected. We're at DETS, we're proud to be a recertification partner for both of these providers through our learning management system, H2L, and we believe that both are great options. We just want to be here to provide you with the information to make an informed decision which one is the best option for you. There are many benefits that come from earning an HR certification at any level in your career. Some of these include expanded career opportunities, meaning that having that certification is a preferred qualification in recruiting HR professionals. So it will give you that competitive edge in the job market. And if you aren't searching for a new job, it will help propel your current career to that next level, if that's what you're looking for. Next, it validates your expertise. Again, both the organizations we're discussing are highly respected, so obtaining the certifications from either of these will provide you with credentials that do validate your HR knowledge and expertise to your employer and to those that you serve. Again, continued learning for both of these and any certifications you get under these two organizations, you need to be recertified and continue to have recertification credits over a span of a few years. With this, you're able to stay on top of the ever-changing world of HR and demonstrate your commitment to continue learning with that and staying on top of your profession there. And finally, increased earning potential. Data does show that those who earn HR certifications through these organizations report earning salaries an average 15% higher than those who do not have certifications. Okay, now we are going to get into discussing the differences between the SHRM certifications and the HRCI certifications. We'll start out with the HRCI. So HRCI offers 8 total HR certifications that can cover anything from the basic HR knowledge to international HR practices. We're going to be talking primarily about the 3 most common ones that are pursued, which are the APHR, the PHR, and the SPHR. The APHR, to start off with, the Associate Professional Human Resource. This is ideal for individuals who are either starting their career in HR or those who are not specifically in an HR role, but who might benefit from having HR knowledge in their profession. There aren't any requirements to take this certification, so you can take it on as early on in your career as you would like. And this certification focuses mainly on general HR compliance, HR practices to give you a strong groundwork to build off of. The next one is the Professional Human Resources. This one is ideal for those who have professional experience in the HR field. To take this one, you need to meet the requirement ranges of 1 to 4 years of professional HR experience, depending on education level. This one focuses on expanding your technical and operational knowledge of HR and the HR laws, compliance, and regulations. Lastly, the Senior Professional Human Resources. This certification is for those who are established in their HR career and who are possibly looking to expand into a leadership or a senior management position. The requirement to take this certification is about 4 to 7 years of professional HR experience, depending on your education level. This certification has a large focus on the individual's HR knowledge of leadership, business, and strategy. And as I mentioned before, HRCI does offer 8 total HR certifications. These are just the 3 most common. The other ones do include international HR practices, global HR practices, and California-specific HR practices, which are, as the titles imply, best for those who perform HR operations in an international, global, or California-based company, because those organizations have different regulations and legal compliance things that they need to deal with than just the general U.S. ones. So those are the HRCI certifications. Next, we're going to talk about the SHRM certification options. So the SHRM certifications, they have 2 of them. The first one is SHRM CP, Certified Professional, and the next one is SHRM SCP, Senior Certified Professional. The Certified Professional is comparable to the PHR we discussed in the previous slide, And this one is best for HR professionals who primarily work on the operational side of HR, like the day-to-day HR operations, implementing policies, being the frontline HR individual there. Requirements for this can range from 0 to 4 years of professional HR experience based on the type of degree that you have in education level. And this certification reviews competency and scenario-based details of the SHRM BASC competencies, which we'll review here in a second. Next, the SHRM SCP Senior Certified Professional, which is comparable to the SPHR we discussed in the previous slide. This one is best for senior level professionals who have responsibilities that are more strategic level, leadership, HR level, and implementing initiatives, things of that sort. And this one, again, reviews competency scenario-based details in a higher level of the BASC competencies. The BASC competencies is a mix of behavioral competencies and knowledge domains that SHRM has defined as integral to the HR world for professionals to know. These include people, workplace, organization, leadership, interpersonal, and business. So while both of these certifications cover all areas of the BASC competencies in an equal amount, the SHRM SCP exam covers these at a higher level than the CP exam. All right, so we're going to look at how the SHRM certifications and the HRCI certifications kind of compare against each other here. So again, both of these organizations offer certifications that will help propel your career and increase your knowledge. There's not one best option. It truly does depend on you and your goals and what you're looking to achieve. But we're going to look at them side by side and a couple of the differences between the two. So first and foremost, the focus of the exam, which is the major difference. SHRM has a higher focus on real-life application and HR management techniques, whereas HRCI focuses more on compliance and legality. So if you're working in a position where you have to deal with a lot of compliance issues or HR legality issues, things of that sort, HRCI certification might be a good choice for you. But if you are working in more of a generalist role and not handling compliance on a day-to-day basis, SHRM might be the route to go. Next, looking at the variety, a large benefit when you look at the two options for HRCI is that they are suitable for many levels of HR experience, from entry level, as they do offer 3 different levels, to senior, and they provide certifications for individuals working in international and global and California-based companies to cover those specific compliance differences for those who are working across borders and in those areas that have those different compliance issues that need to be understood and dealt with by individuals who are in those roles. So if you are dealing in a HR position where you're working internationally or in a global or even in California, it might be beneficial to look into those specific certifications. Next, SHRM is a membership-based organization. While you don't need to be a member to be certified, or vice versa, being a part of SHRM in any way really does provide you with a large network of other HR professionals, which is beneficial in any business setting. Of course, being able to network with individuals is great. These are some of the biggest differences between the two organizations. There are, of course, different smaller ones, but once you do decide what certification is best for you based on your goals, you need to appropriately prepare for it. So we will discuss preparation here. So again, no matter what certification you decide to pursue, it's important to make sure you're appropriately prepared for the exam day. So some of the top things to take into consideration are, first, the environment. You are able to take the test through a proctor, meaning you can do it at home through a virtual environment with somebody monitoring your surroundings and your screen virtually during the testing period, or you can do it at a physical testing center. So you need to figure out which one of those you are most comfortable with and makes the most sense for you. And next, you need to figure out your testing window. Each exam has a testing window that gives you a period of time that you need to complete the exam in. So you need to have your test date scheduled to take the exam. The time slots for scheduled test times do fill up. So you need to make sure that you're proactive in selecting a date that works best for you. And next, preparation timing. Of course, studying and everything of that sort is different for everybody. So depending on your study type, your confidence in the subject, study method, this will be different. But just make sure that you have enough time to study for your exam, and be sure to account for the other priorities in your life, such as work, family, personal life, etc. On average, the study time for these exams is really ranging from about 80 to 120 hours, but depending on where your knowledge and comfort level is, it can be anywhere. It can be less than that. It can be more than that. You just need to understand where you're at. And finally, study tools. There are a variety of study tools out there that can help you prepare for the exam, that range from study groups that can be found through membership groups like SHRM or even LinkedIn. There's textbooks. There's online study tools. There's some that these organizations do offer, but there are also other ones that independent organizations offer that are high quality. So it's important to just take into consideration the best way that you learn, the price, the availability for study sessions. Possibly, are you able to attend those? And the accountability, how likely are you to manage yourself with that specific tool? So once you are all prepared, studied up, and you finally reach your exam and you accomplish it, that's fantastic. But the next step is you need to continue to be recertified to keep that certification. So to maintain your certification, but for both HRCI and SHRM, you are required to recertify every 3 years to ensure you're staying up to date with the changing HR world. So recertification can consist of either taking professional development credits throughout that 3-year time period, which can include things such as conferences, webinars, trainings, etc. There's a variety of options. Typically, with those, that a 1-hour-long session equals 1 credit. Or you can, at that 3-year deadline, retake the exam. If you choose to go that route, you're going to have to pay the exam fees and everything over again. Both are fine. It just depends which works best for you. So looking at HRCI, if you go with the APHR, it's 45 credits within that 3 years. If you're looking at PHR and the SPHR, the 2 higher level ones, it's 60 credits within 3 years, and that's the same for both of the SHRM certifications. So generally you need 60 credits within 3 years of certification. So as I mentioned, there's many options out there for professional development credits. These organizations have lists of options and availabilities throughout the year that are available, including our LMS system, H2L, where we have a single course that will satisfy 40 credits, covering almost all of the required ones. So again, you can reach out to the organizations, look online, and they have a full list of various options that will have different topics that will interest you. All right. Again, both SHRM and HRCI are great organizations and well respected. So if you do pursue any of the certifications we reviewed, they will help you advance your career and your development. I appreciate you joining in, and I hope this is able to provide you some insight to help you understand the certifications better. If you do have any questions about pursuing a certification, acquiring any credits for recertification, please feel free to reach out to us through our social media or hello@dbenstrategies.com, and we are happy to help you work through these questions and figure out what courses might be the right for your development. All right, thanks. Have a great day.